You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. We got work to do on a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through.
Hello sports fans, this is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports, and I just want to touch on a few big games we had. What a crazy week we had with the college football playoffs. We also had the Under Armour game, the Army All-American game, but didn't watch the Army game, but I did watch the Under Armour game. I was out there covering it, and the score might look like an exciting game, but the game wasn't actually that good. It was a blowout by one team. Team Highlight beat Team Armour 46-6. That's a blowout. There's no other way around that one right there. It was still a good game. You had a lot of young talent out there, a lot of big time players that are going to take their talent to the next level soon. But it was good to see them all out there and going hard. At some of the practices, you could really see how intense these players were. You know, over in Orlando, they had some great coaching. Herm Edwards was out there, Steve Mariucci, Deion Sanders, LeVar Arrington, and these guys really got after it. You could see the want in their eyes, and they really just wanted to prove themselves against the other best players in the nation. You know, in the end, you don't get a lot of reps because every player has to get reps because there's only limited snaps to go around. But you have to make the best of your reps when you get your chance. Let's go through some of the players that really made the best of their chances. You had DeAndre Francois, the quarterback for Team Highlight, that passed for over 100 yards for his team. You know, we all know how strong his arm is. We know how coveted he is around the nation. We know that the battle right now to get him is between Florida State and Florida. But he really showed some great touch on his deep balls. He hit George Campbell for one deep bomb down the seam. We all know George Campbell, the free wide receiver from Tarpon Springs that's going to be going to Florida State. Let's see if DeAndre Francois holds on to his commitment or if he flips and goes to the Gators. The Gators won their bowl game against East Carolina. A lot of people doubted Florida, but you know what? They still came through and won. That's without their coach Muschamp, who's now on the sideline with Auburn. But I really believe that Jim McElwain will come in and he'll do some great things with Florida. He's shown that he really knows how to build a program up from the inside out, which he did at Colorado State. So we'll see how that works out for him, and we'll see how he is on the recruiting trail. I don't know how recruiting is going to work out for them this year because out of all of the players that were at the Under Armour game, Florida didn't have a single commitment. Now they can get commitments from some of these people, like you have Coward, who's leaning in the direction of possibly going to Florida. You have C.C. Jefferson. You have Martez Ivey. So there's some big time players out there that are considering Florida. Now if they go there, it's yet to be seen. But you know what? If they go there, that'll really help the Florida class out. If not, I really expect Florida to hit the recruiting trail extremely hard next year and pull in a lot of top talent. It's only so long you can keep a program like that down, especially out of the SEC and located in Gainesville, which is one of the prime spots for recruiting in the entire nation. You know, right between Miami and Tallahassee and all the surrounding states. But like I said, the game, it wasn't all that exciting. You had some big plays. You had a couple of punt returns for touchdowns from both teams. You saw a defensive lineman score. High stepped it into the end zone. That was huge. The crowd loved it. All the fans loved it. You had Snoop Dogg's son Cordell Broadus out there that had a mini convoy around him. Everybody wanted to get a look at Cordell Broadus. They wanted to get a look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was walking around, having fun, taking pictures with the fans, doing some interviews, rejecting some interviews. But you know, when you're a star like that, you've been around it so long that you know sometimes you go with the flow, and sometimes you just want to sit back and relax. What I did notice was Cordell Broadus and Calvin Ridley seemed like they were best buds out there. Calvin Ridley is the #1 receiver in the nation. Now I fully expect Snoop Dogg's son Cordell Broadus to go to USC, being a West Coast kid. I don't expect him. I know Florida State was after him and some other schools on this end, but I fully expect him to stay on the West Coast because that's what he's most comfortable with. That's where his family is. That's where his dad is. And I don't think that Calvin Ridley is going to go out west. You know, Calvin Ridley's already he's already committed to Alabama. But it was just nice to see that type of camaraderie between the kids, and they seem really, really close. A couple of players I got to interview. I interviewed the 4-star wide receiver from Miami Central, Devontae Phillips. Really great kid. Really seems humble. Really seems like he's ready to get to college and work. He's actually an early enrollee, so he's already on campus at Florida State. I interviewed the phenom out of Haines City, safety Derwin James. That was a great interview. Another really, really humble kid. I talked to John Burt out of Tallahassee. I asked John Burt why. I said, you know, you have Tallahassee right here in your own backyard. Why didn't you choose to go there? And he just said, you know, some stuff went on, and you know, he didn't have to get into everything, but he just said that it was better for him to get out of the city and everything. And I completely understand that. You have to do what's best for you in the long run. And I asked Devontae Phillips the same reason why he didn't go to Miami, and he just said it was better for him to get out of Miami and get up to Tallahassee. So you have to respect these kids' decisions.
So tell me about why you chose Clemson.
Why Clemson? Just because when I first stepped foot on campus, it was just that feeling, just that this is my home feeling, and I didn't get that feeling anywhere else. I didn't get that feeling anywhere else, and just everything about the coaches, the atmosphere, the players in there. I gravitated them very well, and I think it was the best decision I made.
So you feel good about your choice, and how was your experience playing here at this game? I know this is a big opportunity. How do you feel about that?
It's a very big opportunity. Just competing with all these great players from all over the country, and just having fun, and just seeing where you're at before college and playing your last high school game and with all your peers.
Thank you for your time, and good luck in all your endeavors.
How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports. I'm here with the phenom Derwin James, that's committed to Florida State. So Derwin, how do you feel about this whole Under Armour experience? How do you feel like you performed?
I feel like it was a good experience. You know, I practiced hard all week. You know, I got a little bit of action in it. I feel like I'm not out of this.
Are you ready to take it to the next level soon?
Oh yeah, on Sunday I'll be there.
How you feel about Florida State and the Oregon game?
It happened. I feel like it needs a lot of turnovers and stuff. Like it happened. So I feel like we're down there.
All right. I mean, are you looking to play right away, or you think?
I'm trying to play.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Okay. How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday with Between Classes Sports. You're with Jacquez Patrick, Florida State commit. How do you feel about this whole experience?
It's a good experience. It's a tough guy. Always a story going away, but we had a lot of fun. So that's what I'm getting.
Do you feel like you performed well going against this top talent in the nation?
I had 4 carries, and I broke the home one. So, you know, I caught the ball well in the backfield, like, so, you know, I think I did okay.
All right. It's a quick drive from you, Orlando to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
You know, are you going to get homesick or anything? You going to be all right?
No, I'm leaving this Sunday, actually, so now I am.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there, okay?
Appreciate it.
How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports. I'm here with Florida State commit Abdul Bello. So, Bello, how do you feel like you performed out here with the top talent in the nation?
I think I did pretty good. I've been working all week. I feel like I did pretty good.
How do you feel about the practices? Do you feel like you learned a lot in a few days?
I usually get lucky 2 days. So, I've been doing good now.
Are you ready to play for Rick Trickett in Tallahassee?
Oh yeah, you know, I really love this Trickett. It's one of the reasons why I'm interested in this team right now. I just feel like I'm going to get big and I'm going to get there. It's a tough coach I go there. That's kind of coach I'm used to right from time.
All right, so his kind of brass style of coaching doesn't scare you off like some other players?
I don't think about that. I just kind of like, you know, try and improve, correct my mistakes and stuff like that, and try and reduce my connecting and stuff like that. I just feel like it's a good group.
Okay, are you trying to get on the field early, or are you just trying to, get in the system and learn everything first and then go from there?
I went to like red shirt for a year, learn everything and stuff like that, learn from the good players down there. I don't know, like, so when I come to the field, I'm going to do really good for the first time, so I can listen for a year.
All right, man. Well, good luck in Tallahassee, man. Good luck to you. All right, man. How you doing? This is Nicholas
Phillips, I was a holiday here with Between Classic Sports, here with Devontae Phillips. So Phillips, you just recently committed to Florida State. What made you decide to take that route?
You know, I just felt like Florida State was more like home. You know, it's more away from home. I don't like to be in Miami. You know, that's why I've been working hard and grinding just to get out of that area. So I'm glad that it's away, but it's not close. So that's what I really like about it.
So I mean, you leaving Miami. You know, a lot of people are big Miami fans down there. You know, how did your family and friends feel about it?
You know, everybody. You know, I tell. You know, sometimes in my mind I just be telling my little brother and everything like, what should I do? You know, we like, oh, it's on you, bro. It's just what you decide. You know, a lot of Miami fans got a lot of hate right now, but at the end of the day, it's not their decision. My decision, where I feel more comfortable at.
Okay, and how do you feel about, you know, how did you feel like you performed against this top talent out here?
Oh, you know, it's like it's an all-star game, so you ain't getting that much rep. So every time I get step on the field, I just made most of my chances. You know, the fade, you know, everything came to me. I caught, so I was ready for it.
Okay, and you're an early enrollee, so you'll be up there what, next week?
Sunday.
So are you ready for everything?
I'm being up there this Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm ready. You know, I'm ready for anything. You know, me and my boy, all my boys, he's gonna do work. Try 15.
Yeah, man. Y'all go ahead and give a little chop to the camera, man.
Try 15. We know. No nation.
The ESPN Under Armour 2015 game featured a lot of talent from the state of Florida, as well as also nationwide talent. Florida State had a lot of commits going to their particular school. First of all, Derwin James, the #1 safety in the nation, coming out of Haines City, Florida, Polk County representative. He showed why he is considered one of the top safeties, blocking a field goal and also delivering some hits that basically make parents a little nervous about their kids playing football. Derwin James will be one to watch definitely as the future comes around. He's already working out, trying to get ready. And, you know, his father was also a great high school football player as well, Blue James. A lot of people are looking forward to see what he can do. And also going with him to Florida State, there's running back Jacquees Patrick and also another wide receiver, Devontae Phillips, who will be attending the University of Florida State as well. These guys showed a lot of chemistry together. It seemed like they like being around each other. And Florida State is looking to try to do some great things in years to come. Also in the ESPN Under Armour game, there was Byron Coward, the defensive end from Armwood. He's undecided on where he may go right now. Sources are saying he's between Auburn, Florida State, and Florida. A lot of people want his services. He showed why he was such a dominant force, displaying countless times why he was unblockable, and displaying also why a lot of scouts want him. He's projected to not only play in the collegiate level, but also in the NFL level. Maybe by the time his junior year or senior year comes around, he just has to stay focused and continue to work hard. You know, he can't forget those things that helped him get to the level where he is right now. But Byron Coward is definitely somebody to keep our eyes on come signing day, and also the school that he attends will be a very pleasant surprise for them, and they will be very thankful to have that young man on the roster. Also, there was Kevin Tolliver, the defensive back from Jacksonville, attended Trinity Christian. Word is he's committed to LSU solid. LSU has been producing countless NFL talent going into the NFL lately, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Secondary players, linebackers, defensive line, you name it, from the Glenn Dorseys, the Tyrann Matthews, to the Patrick Petersons. LSU is continuing to produce NFL talent, along with good offensive guys on the offensive side of the ball. Russell Shepard, just to begin with one. And also, you know, they have that freshman over there, Leonard Fournette, right now this year. So LSU is looking to build quite some things over there and bring some good football back to the state of Louisiana because they're ready to win and want to try to take over the SEC West. But right now, Alabama has a stranglehold on that conference, on that side right now. Also, going into the Under Armour game, there was Sean Burgess-Becker, an Alabama commit. Also, Calvin Ridley, 2 receivers from the South Florida area, committed right now. Alabama is having NFL-type practices. Players are going there, and they are becoming successful in the NFL, making it to the next round, making it to the next level. We have a program that has players being successful, not only going to college, but then also being successful in the NFL for more than 3-4 years. That's the reason to go to that program. Along with that, the University of Miami is also projected to have players getting to the next level. Al Golden, you know, he's building depth. However, with building the depth, some of the players that he does have is some of his front men, his hitmen that he had, from the Duke Johnson to the Eric Flowers to the Denzel Perryman to the Philip Dorsets to the even Ladarius Gunter. They're projected to be picked quite early in those rounds. So a testament to how some of those things are starting to come around in the Coral Gables as well. Also in the Under Armour game, you know, basically there was a lot of talent. players, players that were committed to Notre Dame, Florida State, USC, University of Florida, Alabama. These players have come to the Under Armour game, displaying their talents, and it seemed like they really had a good time, along with the coaches of Armour Edwards and Steve Mariucci. These guys will pass along the knowledge to these players so they can understand, what will help them be successful once they get to college and also once they get into other things in life.
Hello guys, I'm here with Brian Schaefer from Between the Classes magazine. Brian from Charlotte, North Carolina. Brian, what offers are you considering going to school to?
I had a bunch of offers coming out of high school, but currently committed to Stanford University.
You going to Stanford?
Stanford, yes sir.
Stanford, so you think you'll like the weather from the East Coast to the West Coast? Can you handle that?
Yes sir, it's real nice out there. It's like a resort, so I think I'll be all right.
It's like a resort. So how many trips did you take out there? How many visits did you take out there?
So far I've taken 2 unofficials, and I have an official to take 2 weeks from now.
Are you going to enroll early in January, or are you going to wait till like June or whatever?
I'm going to wait till June.
Okay, so you're looking forward to just enjoying your senior year? You playing basketball, or are you done right now?
Just hanging out. Yes,
okay, well just make sure you stay out of trouble. It's Brian Schaefer from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's going to Stanford. Make sure you watch out for him. What position do you play?
Center.
Center, so he's calling the plays, he's protecting the quarterback, and he's looking at the D-line. So right here, Brian Schaefer from Carolina. It's nice to meet you, Brian. Okay, I'm here with Papa Snoop, Mr. Snoop Dogg's father here, coming all the way from Cali to see his grandson. What does it feel like to see you and your son, you have your son and your grandson here on a special occasion like this?
Oh, it's a good feeling, man. I mean, this is his last football game before he go to college. And Stu played football in high school, but he was more of a basketball star. And I played basketball, and I watched my grandson come up from the ground floor. And at the end of the day, I'm proud of him, man.
Proud of him. So who you think had the most games, you, Snoop, or your grandson?
Shit, bro. I would say my grandson.
So?
Yeah, I know so. Yeah.
So he ain't better than his dad in basketball?
No, I am.
Oh, you the man in basketball. So how many you the average in high school?
No, about 24 points a game.
So you was a bad boy. Long Beach, right?
No, L.A.
L.A.? Yeah. Okay, that's understandable. So you got any preference where you want your grandson to go at, or no, not really?
Well, he got a letter to SC, UCLA, Washington, Stanford, Oregon. He just went to Arizona State to visit them. We've been taking him out to LSU to visit LSU. But as of right now, it's really on him. But I would like to see him leave L.A.
You want to see him leave L.A.?
And change the atmospheres, man.
Well, that's good. I know you're still proud of him. Regardless of scholarship, you're going to play football, you'll be in the stands, so that's a good thing. Well, my name's Antoine Jackson from Between the Classes magazine. Okay. It was a pleasure to meet you, your son, your grandson. So y'all just keep the faith and you just keep doing big things. A lot of people looking up to y'all, all right?
Appreciate it, man. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
Cameraman. All right, cameraman.
Same to you. Thank you. Y'all, it's Between the Classes here. I have my boy Dre here, and I have Brandon. Dre is from Florida. Brandon is from Georgia? Jersey. He's from Jersey. What school did you go to in New Jersey?
St. Peter's Prep.
So y'all the team that beat St. Thomas in football earlier this year, right?
No, that was Don Bosco, but we won the state championship.
Oh, y'all did win the championship. What position you play?
Quarterback.
Quarterback. So you look forward to going to college? Are you going in January or no?
I'm going in June.
June? What school you committed to?
Notre Dame.
So you going to Notre Dame also? Okay, so it's a linebacker going to Notre Dame also from West Palm. So you think y'all going to be good this year?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. We'll have a couple guys coming in. I feel like we have a good class, so it should be a great experience.
This is your friend Dre right here? Yeah. And who is this guy right here?
Bello.
Yeah. So Dre, you going to Florida State?
Right.
And what school you going to? Both of y'all going to Florida State. Yeah. So y'all think y'all gonna be able to handle the playoffs if y'all can get in there?
We're gonna get in the playoffs. We're gonna be able to handle it.
Okay, so you went to the school in Orlando, is it? And okay, so going to the school in Orlando, what did you learn with football that was maybe different from? Are you originally from Orlando or no?
No, I'm from Nigeria. I came to America last year, September.
Okay.
So I'm new to football.
So you think you'll be able to protect your boy Dre?
All the time, man. I got him today. I protect him a lot, So
y'all got a lot of chemistry. You feel comfortable with this dude protecting you right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened if y'all play Notre Dame in the game again? Who do you think will win? Y'all or?
It'll be a different story than this year.
It'll be a different story. What you think?
It's gonna be a good game.
Now, what you gonna do? What if James decide to come back? You'll be willing to redshirt, or you'll be willing to still compete for the job?
I'm a redshirt, and I sit a year behind him and learn from him, and just do that.
Okay, so I look forward to seeing y'all. I'm from Florida myself. I'm a Hurricane fan. It's kind of tough right now, but it's a pleasure speaking to y'all boys. I wish y'all the best, and hopefully I see y'all on Saturdays and Sundays, all right?
Thank you.
Anything y'all want to say to anybody?
No, I'm good.
You want to say anything to anybody in the giant?
I don't thank my mom. I don't thank my family, they've been very supportive to me and stuff like that. So I just want to thank them,
All right, you want to say anything else?
No, I'm straight. Shout out to T-Neck.
All right, y'all watch out for my boys out here. They were going to do big things Saturdays and Sundays. You know, we were up early college football. We waiting to see what y'all do, all right? All right, nice meeting you, man. All right, y'all, you guys, I'm here with Tavon Coney. Mr. Coney, where you from? What state you from?
Florida.
Florida, what city from Florida?
West Palm Beach.
Oh, you from Palm Beach, so you committed to Notre Dame, is it? Okay, yeah, I seen this guy. He's committed to Notre Dame. What other offers did you have?
My top 3 was Florida, Miami, and Notre Dame. Had offer from Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, a lot of schools, Kentucky.
So what made you go to Notre Dame over all the other, regular, big-time, traditional programs? What made you go to Indiana?
It was a great fit for me. I love the school. I love the visit both times I went, and every time I went, I felt like home, and I felt like that's the place for me to be.
Okay, so to get into Notre Dame, I know you got to have some good grades to get in there. You can't. It's a little bit above average. Yeah. So what type of GPA do you have?
I have a 3.2. I've been working hard this year to get my grades up. My grades are already up, but I had to make sure I kept them steady and got all A's and B's in my class. I'm also graduating early, so that's a big plus also.
So you're going to school in January, correct? All right, so you're playing linebacker. So did Chip Kelly say you're going to get early playing time, or you got to fight for it, or what did he say about that?
I'll be repping with the twos in spring. I have an opportunity to try to get a star position, but I got to go in there and just work hard.
All right, man. Well, it was a joy here to speak with you. I wish you the best, and hopefully you can do great on Saturdays and Sundays, and have everybody watching out for you, all right?
All right, thanks.
Have a good one. Hello, this is Antoine Jackson from Between the Classes here with Leo Wilson. Leo, where you from?
Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Mississippi. So how did you feel? Did you enjoy yourself playing in the Under Armour All-American game?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Getting to be around all these great players all week, and build relationships with them, of course I'll see them on the next level, so that was a great, humbling experience.
So how do you look forward to going to the SEC, playing against the Alabamas, LSUs every Saturday? Can you handle it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I like a challenge. I especially want to play against powerhouses like Bama, Auburn and all those top schools in the SEC West. So that's gonna be nice.
So you want to see those boys? You want to see the competition?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So what part of Mississippi are you from?
Brookhaven, Mississippi. That's like in the central area around Jackson.
You have a lot of people. How far is it from Ole Miss?
About 3 hours.
You have your people coming to travel to come see a little bit all the other stuff. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you can do it like your boy that went to San Francisco. I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name right now. The guy from that plays for San Francisco, the linebacker. He was hurt a little bit this year. He came from Ole Miss. Yeah, P. Willis. Yeah, hopefully you can do like Patrick Willis and represent and hold it down and, make it to that level. So we're going to be looking out for you to see where you at and, just be safe. We're going to pray you have a healthy season and enjoy yourself. But before I let you go, how many positions did you play in high school?
I played 2. I played defensive end up until I got to high school, and I started playing linebacker my junior year.
You had any touchdowns before you left high school?
Yeah, I scored a touchdown on the goal line once it was about 5 yards out.
So you getting ready for the senior prom and enjoy yourself and all other good stuff?
Most definitely.
Okay, well, make sure you just stay out of trouble, enjoy yourself and enjoy college, go to school, go to class, eat a lot, and hit the weights heavy, all right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Today I'm Antoine Jackson from Between the Classes magazine, and here we're going to talk to you about the North-South Senior Bowl that was presented by Reese's and also the ESPN Under Armour game. First of all, with the North-South Senior Bowl, Amir Abdullah was the MVP from Nebraska. He had a stellar performance, showing scouts that he is ready for the next level, showing how strong he can be and also running with authority and assertiveness. Bryce Petty from Baylor had a nice performance, displaying that he can stand in the pocket and was not just a spread offense type of quarterback. Also, along with that, the North defeated the South 34-13. Like I said before, with Amir Abdullah receiving the MVP, as well as also Blake Sims, a quarterback from Alabama. He received a standing ovation. Blake was a first-year quarterback playing with the first-year offensive coordinator Lane Kiffin, and was basically a touchdown away from leading his team to a national championship performance against the Oregon Ducks. However, he did show that he was a consistent performer throughout the season and also displayed some of his flashes of the athletic ability that many fans have become accustomed and grown to love to watch when Blake Sims got at the helm as a quarterback. Also, another couple of standouts. Philip Dorsett and Denzel Perryman from the University of Miami, they didn't play. However, there was word that they didn't elevate their stocks. So they are projected to go between maybe the 1st and 4th rounds, improving their stocks and things of that nature. Also, as well as Northern Iowa running back David Johnson. He looked like he made some noise. Maybe should be able to fill a roster spot at one point and another as well. Along with also in the North-South Senior Bowl game, Clive Walford had a decent performance, elevating his stock as well. Also going along with the North-South game, there was Justin Fowler who was on hand. He basically was he was Alabama running back who was there a couple of years before. He suffered through a freak injury with the knee. However, he was there to show scouts that he was ready to basically show that he's ready for the NFL and improve on what he had already been doing before. Many people are behind the young man. They know that he can do it. It's just a matter of being patient and him working hard. Trey Flowers was an SEC All-Second Team performer this year. He was a person that flirted with coming out of school for his junior year to go into the NFL. Came back, improved his stock. Now scouts are they're liking his potential and looking at him as an explosive player. He came back to school, and he said one of the reasons he came back was because he wants to make his father proud. And I think Pops is somewhere smiling pretty well right now because his son is definitely doing a good job. He performed in the SEC, and it looks like he may have a job in the NFL as well if he just stays consistent and continues to work hard. As well as also with the Senior Bowl, there are also countless numbers of players who are basically putting in things to improve themselves. There will be a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent to choose from, and it's an event that we look forward to doing again.
We got Clive over here from the Miami Hurricanes, University of Miami tight end. So Clive, did you enjoy your festivities at the Senior Bowl?
I did, man. It was real fun. Like being around a lot of good people.
A lot of good people. So I know you went through an injury early in the year. How has that injury process been going? Been getting better?
Yeah, I've been feeling good. I'm 100%. You know, a little minor meniscus.
Hey, what's Sammy?
Okay. So do you people in Belgrade, how do they feel about you? Do they encourage you to keep going hard and play hard and be successful?
Yeah, they do. I got the whole Belgrade and South Bay community behind me, so they root for me.
Okay. So as far as working out, you gonna continue to work hard? You're gonna slack off a little bit, or you gotta keep working hard for the comeback?
No, man, the sky's the limit. I ain't accomplished anything yet. I gotta keep working.
Okay. So who do you think will be the next up and coming player for the Hurricanes now that you're going into your new career? Who do you think will be the next person for the Hurricanes?
Tight end?
Yeah.
I'm Stannis Doughboy, number 5. He's from Louisiana.
Okay.
Real good player.
So you think Hurricane fans can just be patient a little bit with Coach Golden? Maybe things will get better soon?
No, man, this year, this will be the year. I'm trying about this will be the year.
Before the season, Clive Walford from Belgrade, played basketball, now he's playing football, looking to get to the next level from a long line of Grace in Belgrade. South Bay. Sorry about that, but you went to GC, right? That's what it is then. So that's what it is. So it was nice speaking to you. So thank you. We got Mr. Spates here coming from SEC country out of Arkansas. Mr. Spates, how did you enjoy playing in the SEC?
It was fun. Always competition every week, so you can always expect a good game. So this was good going out there, just getting better every week.
As a kid, who was your favorite player that you watched playing football or basketball?
NFL-wise or just in general?
It don't matter.
I say my favorite was Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, so he used to play quarterback?
I started out playing quarterback in Pee Wee, so I was kind of mixed just watching. I just like watching other players, to be honest. I just like the passion that everybody brings to the game, so he was one of those guys. Everybody favorite Michael Jordan. That was my favorite as well.
Is there any particular team that you would like to play for, or does it matter, or did you have a favorite team growing up watching it for the NFL, or does it really matter?
I never had a favorite team. I wouldn't mind going any team. Wherever somebody draft me, I'm going to go play. So whoever draft me, I'm ready to go.
So did you enjoy the experience at Arkansas? What was one of your greatest memories at Arkansas? As you leave, you're going through the Senior Bowl, about to go to the next level. What was one of your greatest college experiences?
I say when we took the boot back from LSU. We went on a SEC losing streak for like a year, and we got our first one against LSU, and then we got the boot, and all the fans stormed the field, so it was pretty good deal.
Yeah, y'all woke up the nation when y'all beat LSU, definitely. So we seen Alex Collins, we seen them offensive winning game, we seen them all in defense, so y'all got our attention. So you can tell your boys at Arkansas, we see y'all in the SEC.
I appreciate that.
It's nice talking to you. Anything you want to say to anybody?
I just want to thank all the fans for coming out to the Senior Bowl game, and all the fans that came and showed support. So.
All right, nice talking to you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
People here with Mr. Philip Dorsett, Mr. 41640 from St. Thomas Aquinas High School, University of Miami. Philip, did you enjoy yourself here at the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, I definitely did. Got a good chance to compete with a whole bunch of guys out here, and something that I cherish forever.
Definitely.
I'm just basically being there every day because it's my childhood school and I always wanted to be there. So me just being there, a lot of people don't get the experience being at their favorite school. So just me get to being there.
So just in your DNA to be a Hurricane, is there any particular teams that you want to play for? Any favorite teams you had growing up, or is just whoever you want you to play for, is whatever?
I mean, whoever drafts me, it don't really matter to me. I mean, I'm just wherever I go, I'm willing to compete, and it don't really matter where I go.
So who you modeled your game after growing up when you were a little league, high school? Who did you look at and say his game is similar to myself?
I was always a big Santana Moss fan. That was probably one of my favorite players ever growing up. So I started loving the youth, watching him, and I always wanted to model my game after when I started playing receiver.
Okay, so you think the Hurricanes are going to have a good season coming up next year? You think the fans be a little patient? Knowing you got something coming up good for everybody?
Yeah, he got something good coming up. I mean, he's doing a lot of things different this year, and I think it's going to pay off for the team.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be a Hurricane fan. It's a pleasure to meet you, Phil. It's just an honor. Cane Nation, Cane family, that's just what it is. So hopefully you have a great season coming up in NFL. We're praying for you, and just keep working hard. You're going to keep taking it to the next level.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it.
Anything you want to say to anybody back in Lauderdale, Miami, South Florida, anybody?
Just for Lauderdale, Miami, respect.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Philip Dorsett, don't forget the name, household name coming to the living room near you. All right, have a good one. Okay, we're here with Mr. Lockett from Kansas State. This man's father was a legend in college, and his son is following his footsteps. How does it feel to, doing some of the great things? You broke a lot of your dad's records at Kansas State. How does that feel growing up? I know your dad had a lot of trophies. How does that feel to you?
I mean, it just feels great. First of all, to be able to keep it in the family, to be able to be around my dad, and he taught me a lot about the game. So, I was able to actually be a student of the game, understand the game. I was blessed to have a lot of great receiver coaches and a lot of great head coaches to be able to put me in positions to be able to be successful. So, overall, I just give God all the glory to be able to be in this position and like I said, to be able to break my dad's records as well.
Yeah, your dad was, like I said, me and my friends growing up when we were young, we used to look at your dad like we knew he kept a lot of words. So, as far as going to the next level, are there any particular teams that you feel that might fit your scheme better, or any favorite teams that you want to play for? How do you feel about that?
I mean, honestly, I just want an opportunity. It's all about just getting there. Then after you get there, it's about what do you do with it. And so for me, there's a lot of teams that I could see myself going to, but whoever calls me, I'm willing to go there. I'm a receiver who can adapt. I'm pretty sure every receiver coach in the NFL is a great coach, and so I can learn a lot, and that's all I want to be able to do is master my craft and be the best receiver I can be.
So who do you think was fast at your age? You, or if your dad was your age, you at this age, who do you think would be the fastest when it comes in terms of running?
I think it would be me, but he told me he ran like a 4.36 or something like that at the combine, so so until I beat that, he probably keep on saying the same.
And coming out of high school, who are you at offers from besides K-State?
I just had KU and Iowa State. I committed early April, so I didn't really have time to look at other schools.
Well, I think Kansas State was a great pick. Bill Snyder's a great coach. He's been coaching for a while. He coached your dad. He took some time off a little bit, but we follow football a lot. So Kansas State is a great program. We hope that you keep it up. Tell your dad great job, and if you can pass this stuff down to other kids, make sure you do that. Anything you want to say to anybody else out there in Kansas or anywhere from the local area?
I want to give a shout out to Booker T. Washington, Carver Middle School, Kansas State University. Just up and coming. A lot of people look down on you, not believing that you could actually achieve this dream. And I was able to come here and achieve this dream. Believing in God, being able to live for Him, represent Him, and regardless of whether you have one person that believe it or none, it's all up to you to be able to chase that dream and live it out.
Yeah, I believe I'm with you. My people, we with you. I believe you already know what time it is. I see it, so I'm riding with you. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. So you keep the attitude up, show the other kids what they got to do, and just keep working hard, and make sure you tell them to get their grades right first thing first, and just keep the tradition going. Good job. Sure. We got Mr. Fowler here from Alabama, University of Alabama Crimson Tide. So did you enjoy your experience in the Senior Bowl? I know you're here in Alabama. How did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I enjoyed myself, but it's one big job fair, man, here. But I'm just happy to see the home folks, like my family, my friends, just come out and support me. Even though I didn't play much, but they was out there supporting me, so it was really big for me.
Well, a lot of the scouts, they still know who you are, you know, because like I said, you came from Alabama, big time program. You did produce, had an unfortunate injury, but everybody knows when you get on the field, there you go. So as far as how was the mental aspect, were you able to stay focused, and was it kind of tough at times, or you know, who helped encourage you?
I mean, it was easy to stay focused because you got a big crowd of people behind you, like your family, your friends, just telling you that you need to stay focused and stay out of trouble. So it wasn't really hard. But as far as like the playbook and all, it wasn't hard to make that transition either because at Alabama we run the same principles on offense.
So in the NFL, do they project you more as a fullback or a running back?
They say I can do both if I get my weight down. They say they see me as a guy that's going down and block in, be like a four-minute guy.
So what's your 40 time? What you running the 40?
I run 4.7.
4.7, 40, okay. So being at Alabama, thing helped you get physical, ready for the next level. I heard practices are kind of like similar to NFL situations. Is that true?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, yeah, and they help you get ready for the NFL because basically everything we did this week we did at Alabama.
So now, for the University of Alabama, who's a young player you think everybody should watch out for that might make a national impact coming up next year?
Number 20, Tyron Jones.
Tyron Jones, what position does he play?
Play running back.
He plays running back. What about Bo Scarborough? He's going to be playing over Scarborough and Henry?
I haven't had a chance to see Bo do anything yet, but practice. But I seen Tyron in a couple games this year. He looked nice just moving around. Like, good feet, good vision, and he can run.
Okay, is there anybody you want to say anything to before he let you go? You want to say anything to anybody?
Roll Tide, whole University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
All right, that's Mr. Fowler here. It is a pleasure to speak to this guy. We have Blake Sims coming from SEC champion Alabama Crimson Tide. Blake, playing at Alabama, I know the first 3 years you played running back. How were you able to maintain focus and transition to the quarterback your senior season?
Just take things day by day and just try to do what I can do at all times and try to control every day the best way I can.
So going through those ups and downs at Alabama, I know things probably seemed gloomy at one point. When did you know that you were going to have the opportunity to make an impact for the program?
After the first game. After the way that how we all felt as one after when the game was over. And I graded well on the grass sheet, so it was very good.
Yeah, we noticed when you got with Lane Kiffin coming as a first-year offensive coordinator, you being first-year quarterback, some of the plays you guys made were very fantastic. When you're in the pocket and the pocket collapse sometimes, does it just come natural for you to just elude the pressure and make something happen? How do you do that?
Just ability that guy has gave me and noticing what's going on at all times.
If they ask you to possibly change positions in the NFL, would you be open to it, or do you want to mainly stick at quarterback?
Right now I'm thinking about number quarterback, and the time comes that my team needs me for another position I play.
Now coming out of high school, who else offered you besides Alabama?
Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, Arkansas, pretty much all the SEC and the ACC.
Okay, do you want to say anything to anybody back home or anything in particular?
Kyle, I love you, man, and my father and my mother. I'm glad that they came to the game today and come support me.
Okay, Blake, it was a pleasure to watch you play in college. Even though we only seen you play 1 year, some of the plays you made were very fantastic, and you surprised a lot of people, just to let you know that.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to watch you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, so how's the transition been going from college to right now to this level of being in the All-Star, East-West All-Star game in your back town?
Making a smooth transition, just coming out here and competing with all these guys from all over. It's nice to be out here amongst all these guys, and just, like I said, just to be out here and compete. I'm soaking it all in, learning a lot from the coaches and stuff, and picking the offense up real quick, so it's nice.
What's the new technique they showed you so far that you picked up, I guess, from the, y'all only had one practice though, but any new techniques you picked up in that time?
No, really and truly, the offense that we're running is pretty much the same offense that I ran in college with Coach T. So Coach Dugan's my receiver coach at USF. He really showed me a lot of the stuff that basically they're just reiterating, and I'm just polishing up on it. I already learned a lot of this stuff, so it's just polishing up on technique and things like that.
Will do. What's next? What your major was? I ain't get you.
Graduated December, communications.
Will do.
Degree, communications.
Yes, sir. Just tell us a little bit about the transition from being a high school All-American to this level yet right now.
It's fun. Both games was fun. Just come out here and try to compete with all the good talent we got.
Any new techniques they showed you over the last couple of days?
I'm learning a lot. Really enjoying it. Just taking in all the coaching and just trying to add some more tools to the toolbox.
Will do. Ain't got much for you, man.
I'm working on being the best, fit for any team. Whatever team wants me to do, I'm going to do it, and try to execute the best of my ability.
Okay. Now, you're not playing any quarterback during this time, will you?
No, not at this camp. No.
Okay. Now, how did some of the new techniques you learned as a receiver?
I'm doing well. I'm picking it up. I'm a pretty good learner, and learning how to learn, watching other guys and things like that. I'm doing a good job of it.
Well, I see you doing pretty well competing on this level with them. Well, you already knew you was going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I can compete with anybody, I feel like.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Go Blue.
Yeah. What was the major?
Social work.
Social work.
African American Studies.
Will do. A little bit about not what was the plan, but some of the things that kind of contribute to that.
I think we had a team. We had the opportunity. We struggled in some games I feel like we shouldn't have, and it all goes back to playing consistent. And we didn't find ways to play consistent week in and week out. And that's what happened. But we're proud of what we did. With 10-win season. A bowl victory. Once your main goals fly out the window, you still got to find some things to play for. So once we lost to Tech, we couldn't go out like that. The Georgia and Georgia Tech rivalry is big. And we don't really lose those too often. And when we did, we had to figure out a way to end the season on the right note, and I think we did.
What's some of the new techniques that you're learning so far out here? Because I see they got some legendary linebacker coaches out here.
Right. It's a lot of things, man. Hand placement. Moving your feet. Playing with your hips, though. Trying to get the small things to get you prepared for the next level.
Any of the receivers out here you looking forward to competing against, or just whoever line up?
Everybody. That's what we're out here for. We're out here to compete and show what we can do. So I want to match up with them all.
What was your major?
Housing.
Yeah. All right. We'll do.
Good evening, sports fans. My name is Brianna Webb. I'm with Dominique Brown from Between the Classes. So, Dominique, you that allowed you to get the touchdown.
It was a great call by the offensive coordinator. And the big guys up front, they did a heck of a job all night. So they pretty much got a push, and I just pretty much just went in the end zone.
What do you think that you accomplished for playing tonight?
I accomplished a lot. But as off the field, just going to the hospital, going to the Shrine Hospital, just spending time with them, athletes, you take things for granted. Just going to spend time with them, just making their day.
Well, thank you so much, Dominique. My name is Brianna Webb with Between the Classes, and make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at _free on the bluff. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
The fabulous five, Tavon Kilman, Kevin Francois,
magazine, and I'm going to touch on a little bit of the NCAA basketball. Right now, Kentucky is still ranked #1, a powerhouse, a team that goes about 10 deep. They go with the blue team and the white team. They're called platoons. They come in and they try to wear their opponents down on a consistent basis. You know, John Calipari is, developing another NBA factory. He has countless players going into the NBA right now, from Derrick Rose to the Brandon Knights, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, John Gilchrist. Many players are coming through the Kentucky pipeline, and right now it's just understood that if you go to Kentucky, it's okay to do 1 or 2 years and go to the NBA. And if they don't even make it to the NBA, it's also okay to go and play across seas. Basically, the income from going to the Kentucky is almost something that you can't deny the opportunity if you have the chance to play for a coach at Calipari. His talent is proven. They're not only winning on the collegiate level, right now they're ranked #1 again, and his players are going to schools. They're going to the NBA in the first round. Right now, it's kind of hard to not even go to school right now at Kentucky if you have that chance. They have countless lottery picks right now with Nerlens Noel playing for Philadelphia. John Wall. The list is going on and on. And they're not only going to the NBA, but they're also being productive in the NBA. Producing on a higher level. So that's something that a lot of people want to consider with Kentucky. Some coaches felt like they didn't want to get one-and-done players. Calipari said to many that he was one of the first coaches to say he would accept that. And right now it's paying big-time dividends for him. Also, other schools to watch out for in the NCAA right now are Gonzaga, along with Duke. Coach K just got his 1,000th win. Duke has about 2 losses this year. However, Coach K is getting his team ready for tournament time. And also with Virginia, who's right now coming in with an undefeated record. The ACC is pretty tough right now with the North Carolinas, Louisville's, NC State's, Wake Forest, and Duke all on Tobacco Road. With University of Miami also starting to get their swagger back as far as basketball is concerned. Playing in the ACC is a very tough conference right now. Right now, many people think it may be the toughest conference in the country. I am one of them. And, also, basically, outside of Kentucky, the ACC has some of the best basketball on a consistent basis every night. Also, talking about college basketball a little bit more, Roy Williams is trying to get North Carolina more consistent. They've shown flashes here and there, but they just haven't shown the ability to basically continue to win. They have a showdown coming on with Duke shortly. Hopefully he'll have his team ready to play, once that time frame comes around. Also, don't forget about UConn and Kevin Ollie. He only won the national championship last year. I know a lot of people are forgetting about UConn, but you never can forget about a coach like Coach Ollie, who has NBA ties, and also who came in basically won the NCAA tournament when many people didn't even think he was going to do that. So you have to watch out for teams like that. Watch out for SMU. And, with the college basketball still going on right now, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to go on. Also, keep an eye out for Xavier as well. For the NBA, watch out for the Atlanta Hawks. Right now, the Hawks are very hot right now. They're not only beating teams, but they're beating teams to sleep. We want to call it a coma. The Atlanta Hawks are being very physical right now. Doing it with a lot of chemistry. Kyle Korver, Jeff Teague, Al Horford, Millsap, Carroll. The way they're winning. Some people still can't believe Atlanta's winning at this rate. After coming through some of the things what Danny Ferry had said early in the year, the team has got together, built some type of bond, and right now the NBA is in trouble. Right now the Hawks have a #1 seed. They've defeated the Clippers in LA. They've defeated some of the top tier teams in the NBA. The Hawks are not a joke. If somebody wants to play against, thinks it's a game, just keep watching and see how many wins they can get. The Eastern Conference playoffs look like it's going to be a showdown between maybe Miami, if Whiteside can continue to gel with her son Whiteside. But the East is looking like Cleveland Cavaliers, the Heat somewhere, some type of way, Washington Wizards, Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks, Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, Washington Wizards. Watch out for those particular teams. Extremely watch out for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I believe the Cavaliers made the trade for J.R. Smith just because they realized they would not beat the Hawks unless they made the trade. The Hawks are that real right now. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them for the rest of the season.
You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh, yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh, stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through, no slacking. Make it happen, we grinding hard, we grinding hard. You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through, no slacking. Make it happen, we grinding hard, we grinding hard. You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through,